made up a while ago. Her name is called Kuff, because she has these cuffs on her, and they're not handcuffs, but they allow her to do. They allow her to perform the abilities that she is so known for in her city. So, how did I get all this started? Yeah, I started with a sketch. It's pretty easy. You just draw. If you do it in thicker ink, you can kind of, see where you need to be more specific and where you need to make your lines and blah, blah, blah. All right, so then you do the inking. Okay. So this is me after I inked the drawing completely, start to finish. I had thick lines and I had little lines and I had thin ones. I like line weight. Line weight is what I do best. However, I like thick lines as opposed to thinner ones. So I purposely did not color her hair. I did not make the line for her hair. I can do that with coloring in post. Didn't give her pockets, their rear pants pockets. Just didn't feel like I think it would be a little bit too casual. I gave it a cape still, made the cape look a little nice. It kind of stops right here. I did it on purpose. I kind of like that little thing I put on there. And these are the cuffs. So the bigger cuff right here will send energy to this cuff, which will make her hand whatever color of the element she's trying to take advantage of. So this is what she does. She's a pugilist, of course. Originally, she's a light unit, so you'll hear more about her when she gets introduced. So the first thing you want to do, obviously, is color. I color everything flat since I'm done. Yeah, so this is how it looks like when it's flat. When it's flat, I can now take the drawing and take the background off so I can see where I need to put the white for the clothing in this case and for the eyes in most cases. Her eyes are weirdly shaped. I don't care. I like it like that. It makes it look a little quirky. Her shoes are very weird. I still don't even know what they do, but I don't give a damn. I'll make them work somehow like I always do. Yeah. So I gave her a little hair and a little hairline with the color of her hair instead of the ink, because it's too much sometimes when you divide every single thing by ink. You don't need it always to be there. So after I color, I do 3 different things. I do a core shade, which is when you know where, certain parts of the light will kind of fall off just because of the shape of the object. So here, I only had it on one side, the right side right here. The left side is untouched. Self-explanatory. This could have been a drawing by itself. I could have been done, but I wanted to do a little bit more. The cast shading. So if you look closely, you see that? So now a little bit harder shades that have been cast on the character by the character's body parts or hair. So obviously there's a shadow underneath the hair. Eyebrows kind of in front of her face. So, a little bit of shading there. Underneath the nose, the chin, side of the face, underneath the chin. Places where the sun will not be able to shine based on what is in front of it. After that, I do the highlights. As you can see, the highlights are a big deal on her. I like that the highlights look rough. I'll leave it like that. That's how I like the drawing. After that, I do a little bit extra highlights if I have to. You see? Just a little extra little bit there. So it looks a little bit more blurry, a little bit nicer to look at. That's where the highlights are. And that's pretty much it, really. The clip mask is really the big winner here. Clip mask allow you to color on top of whatever they're attached to without coloring outside the lines. So that's how it would look without the ink. Yeah, with the ink, it's a full drawing. Then the Gaussian blur. I always say Gaussian blur allows you to make everything look a little bit, just a tiny bit more 3D, a little bit harder to imitate, a little bit harder to replicate, So in my opinion, it looks better like that. And then now that the image is here, you go back to the white background and you see the drawing in its entirety. You feel me? So that's Kuff. If you want to see some other stuff that I have of Kuff, this is her little stance. if you can think about that. The right arm goes onto her left elbow like a number 4 and just do 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 do. That's what she's done. She's called a beam hitter. So she does like beams coming out of her and stuff like that. All right. So that's her. If you want to go back to the original image, this is how I did it. You feel me? I start with her first, and then I made her into a sprite by just doing a simplified version of her from the side. It's pretty easy. I only drew like 3 pictures, and as you can see, the picture is pretty much exactly the same through her whole torso and her head and her other arm. And then the only thing that has to move is her right elbow. So, whenever I talk a lot, I start yawning. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not good at breathing at the same time. I don't know. But that's the end of this video. So thank you for watching. I'm going to have a Patreon real soon. But until then, if you want to support me, there's a whole lot of ways to do it in the description. There's so many options. You can listen to all my music a million times. You can buy me a coffee by the Buy Me a Coffee website, link in below. You can buy some merch from my brand new shop, GITTEMUP. Tons of stuff. So you go on my Spotify, you'll be able to see everything there. Or if you go to my GITTEMUP store, you'll be able to see everything there. So whatever you go to, everything's going to be connected from here on out. My music, my art, my music videos, my dancing, all of it will be connected. It is going to be the final project. However, the project will be a continuous one. So even when I'm done with it, I will continue. So I'm not going to like stop when I'm done. My main goal, I got to get movies out. I got to get animated cutscenes, real ones, real choreo, get the video game out. I already made all the rules and shit. I already put everything down. I got 80 characters ready to go. I just need time and I just need money. I need more influence. I need more power to get everything popping. All right? So, if you like what you saw, let me know. I will do much more videos and I will do more when I'm drawing live. And I will do more streams where I'm just sitting here drawing. You guys can ask me questions. You can do some commissions. You guys can see what I'm doing. All that stuff. All right? So, we'll talk later. And thank you and bye.